things that concern me. One are those who just try to make this a political issue. Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you with my COVID. No, I mean, come on, freedom.
How unifying of you, Brandon. You're such a funny guy, Brandon. Brandon is the most hilarious puppet president in United States history. Brandon is such an amazing guy. He had a town hall in Baltimore last night. If you didn't watch it, I watched it for you so we can talk about it tonight because it's an absolute train wreck. I don't even know where he knows where he is most of the time. Bumbling and stumbling through his words. I was actually surprised no one came out and started chanting, "Let's go, Brandon." That would have been pretty hilarious, don't you guys think? I was waiting for that, but, you know, they kind of filter who comes in and who doesn't. But anyways, we're going to talk about Brandon's train wreck town hall in Baltimore last night. A lot to talk about. But before we begin, while people are tuning in, if you guys can do me a huge favor, we're extremely shadow banned, deboosted, throttled on this channel. If you could share this link right now, guys, take the time right now during the announcements to share this on your Twitter, your Getter, your Facebook, your Gab, wherever, Parler, if anyone even still uses Parler. But please, guys, share the link right now, and also hit the bell notification and toggle on the all selection right now. If you're new to the channel, if you just subscribed, I'm just going to come out and tell you, YouTube hates me, so you got to constantly check in on my channel if you want to listen to me and you love what I say, because they'll unsub people, they won't give you notifications, they just kind of want you to forget that I exist. And with that as well, guys, if you could please support us. It's really hard for us to monetize. We have over 55,000 subscribers, and YouTube makes it really hard for us to get any reach. So my supporters love to do super chats. So if you guys would like to support me and this show, because I'm supported by the people, we the people, that is you, my people, every single one of you out there, leave a super chat now in the middle of the show or at the end of the show, and that is how you guys can support me. Some people don't like doing super chats, so you can give a one-time donation, or you can give a donation through Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. The link is in the description below, and you can write a little memo on those apps, and I'll read it live on air. Treat it like a super chat. That's how you can support me too, or go cop a t-shirt in the merch store. The link is in the description below, or for as low as $5 a month, join the DH Alliance tonight to support me monthly on the membership section of this channel. A lot of updates to come with that as well for those that are supporting me monthly. We've been working on it, so thank you guys for being patient. Obviously, like I always say, guys, my schedule is really intense, constantly reporting on the East Coast, the West Coast, Texas, flying all over the place. I do my best to keep up with this show on a nightly basis. I promise you I will do this show 3 times a week, okay? That's kind of where I can commit right now, and we've changed the time to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for those of you that love watching You Are Here with Elijah and Sydney, right after this show, you can go straight into watching that. So thank you guys so much. And like I said, smash that like button, destroy that like button. Let's do it right now to beat the censors. We need every single one of you guys to beat the censors by sharing these links and also supporting us, guys. Thank you. I truly appreciate it, guys. Well, it is Friday, so happy Friday to every single one of you. You have made it to the end of the week and going into the weekend. Some people work 6 to 7 days a week, so it's really not that much of a celebration for some people. But, hey, it's still Friday, a time to relax if you don't work Friday nights. But if you do, at least you can, maybe put on your headphones and listen to what I have to say about Brandon's train wreck circus of a town hall in Baltimore last night. First video I wanted to play you guys. He seems lost more than half of the time. He's stuttering over his words, doesn't really know what to say. I don't even think he knows how to really answer some of these questions that Anderson Cooper was asking him, to the point where Biden, I don't know if he's crapping his pants. I don't know if he's pissing himself. I don't know if he's just frozen. Maybe it's like an old guy thing, and I'm not, ripping on old people. It's just kind of sad to watch this. I don't know what you guys want to make of it. Let me know in the comment sections below. But this is Brandon. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing here.
About that, with just in terms of inflation, because you had told us at a town hall, I think it was in July, that this was just near-term inflation. The Wall Street Journal recently talks as like 67 financial experts.
For those of you just tuning in, this video is not doctored. It's not edited. I don't know why Brandon is frozen like that. Like I said, I don't know if he pissed himself, he's pooping his pants. I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section below. It's just really bizarre and weird.
With just in terms of inflation, because you had told us at a town hall, I think it was in July, that this was just near-term inflation. The Wall Street Journal recently talked to like 67 financial experts who said that they saw high inflation going all the way or deep into 2022.
He's flying a plane. I don't know. What is he doing? You guys tell me. What is this man, this puppet president doing? Is he pooping his pants? Is he pissing himself? Is he flying an airplane?
About that,
does he think he's flying an airplane? I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of like a picture of what's happening in the United States of America. Look at that right there. Let me actually like blow this up. This is a clear picture of what is happening to this country. The so-called commander-in-chief with his hands on the wheel, with his eyes closed, not knowing what the hell is going on. Okay, so I don't know. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below, because I have no idea what's going on with this weirdo known as Puppet President Brandon. We're just going to call him Brandon. I don't even want to call him Joe or Biden anymore. We're just going to call this guy Brandon from here on out. But anyways, Brandon was receiving a lot of criticism last night during the town hall. And you can only imagine why, if we can get this up. Brandon was throwing up the white supremacy sign. You guys remember after January 6th when like there were literally like the, what do they call them? The sedition hunters on Twitter. They made an entire archive of all of the symbols and the domestic terrorist far right-wing symbols that point to white supremacy and point to all these things that are Nazi, and one of them was literally that, the OK symbol. These people lose their minds off of this stuff. And the funny thing here is Libs of TikTok posted this last night, and I thought it was hilarious because he said Biden flashed the white power sign while a black, obviously he's being sarcastic, Biden flashed the white power sign while a black man was asking him a question. I'm literally shaking. So Brandon just doesn't he just doesn't correspond with reality. It's just hilarious to see how the radical left gives this guy a pass. I don't know if it's because he's old, he's elderly, they're just hypocrites, but it's funny how anybody that is considered a conservative or even remotely right-wing or even centrist that puts up a symbol like that is automatically accused of being a white supremacist, even if it's a little baby just rubbing their eye like that. I don't know. Oh, you're so crazy, Brandon. The people love you, my friend. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. White supremacist Brandon. Anyways, let's take this down. So, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I don't know if he's losing it. I have no idea if he is just not understanding where he is more than half of the time. I personally believe that Biden just doesn't know what's going on. Just totally disconnected from the culture. Just totally disconnected from what's happening in the country, even though he sits in the highest office of the land. Because you see it in these town halls. In these town halls, he clearly just incoherent and incompetent. These answers, he's frozen. He looks like he's like pooping his pants. And at the same time, just doesn't make any sense when he's speaking. Now, we're not just talking about Brandon tonight. Let's actually break down what Brandon was saying in this town hall. There's a lot of stuff. They talked about the economy. They talked about the border. They talked about foreign policy. They hit on all this stuff, and it's just nothing but excuse, blame Trump, excuse, blame Trump. These people could do nothing wrong. That's what it is. No responsibility, no accountability. But Biden was asked last night about the mandatory vaccinations that are being imposed on emergency responders, on EMTs, you name it, right? Police officers, firefighters, across the entire board. Anderson Cooper came out and literally asked them, should these people just walk away? Should they comply? Should they be let go? Should they be fired? And Biden's immediate response was this. It's a disgrace. Take a look.
As many as 1 in 3 emergency responders in some cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, right here in Baltimore, are refusing to comply with city vaccine mandates. I'm wondering where you stand on that. Should police officers, emergency responders, be mandated to get vaccines? And if not, should they be stay at home or let go?
Yes and yes.
Yes. So you're just expendable. Your freedom doesn't matter. And we don't care, even though you're putting your life on the line. You should comply with these government mandates.
Yes and yes. By the way, I waited until July to talk about mandating because I tried everything else possible. The mandates are working. All the stuff about people leaving and people getting it, you have everyone from United Airlines to Spirit, all these airlines. We're not going to get all 96, 97% of the people have gotten the vaccine. All the talk about all these folks who are going to leave the military if they're mandated. Not true. You got about a 90-some% vaccination rate.
You know, guys, it's truly shocking to hear this puppet president sitting in the highest office of the land. He's not a leader, but he's in the position of the leader of the free world. It's truly remarkable, and not in a good way, to watch this individual rationalize medical tyranny. Do you see how they do this? Do you see how they've convinced millions of people? You hear everyone clapping. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good that the federal government is mandating things against our own bodies. Oh yeah, we love that. Yeah, because it's coming from Democrats, so it must be good. It's so mind-blowing to see how the Democrat Party has tapped into the hive mind to get them to believe that sacrificing your freedoms is somehow a benefit for you. Like, people believe this. That's why the whole crowd erupts in applause. What's crazy about this is you see how the culture has shifted, and millions of people watch this stuff, and they've been convinced that what Biden is saying, rationalizing medical tyranny, like, listen to this psychologically. This is why this is really, really, people need to think about this. The reason why Biden is able to get away with rationalizing medical tyranny and talk about it like it's a good thing is because there are millions of people in the country that agree with it. And this is why he's able to stand up there and say, you know, he justifies, he rationalizes, right? He tries to make sense that, well, if government tyranny was, this is basically what he's saying, if government medical tyranny was so bad, then why are so many people complying? That's the argument that he's making. And when he stands on a stage like that and says that, people agree with it, millions of hive mind lemmings, because they've been convinced that that's okay in the United States of America, and it's not okay. But the radical left and the Democrat Party that has sold their soul to the globalist, Marxist agenda in this country, and millions of people that live in the hive mind, they don't question it. They just bend the knee and they say, oh yeah, that's a good thing. Since when did the United States of America get to a place where it's a good thing to sacrifice freedom? It's mind-blowing. It's truly mind-blowing to see him rationalize this. But it's really deceptive. It's deceptive speaking to the people saying, oh, well, if this is so tyrannical, why are so many people bending the knee to us? See, it's a good thing to bend the knee to medical tyranny. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like, am I the only one out here that like hears that when you watch that stuff? What about you guys? What do you guys think in the comment section below? It's like two different languages being spoken. You have like millions on one side that say, oh yes, it's a good thing that we bow the knee to medical tyranny. And then you have another side that's saying, that's not a good thing. Just because millions of people are willing to sacrifice their own freedoms, that means that if we're the minority that don't want to sacrifice freedom, that we're somehow the bad ones? And because there's millions of hive mind losers in this country that are willing to sacrifice freedom to the federal government over this medical tyranny, just because the majority thinks it's good doesn't mean that it's always good. Didn't your mother always tell you, don't always follow the crowd? Just because the crowd is following what's popular doesn't mean that it's right. This is basic stuff. But the radical left doesn't think They just do and they obey. They do and they obey. They do and they obey. And they never question that all of 2020, all of Trump's 4 years, they were all fearing the advent of Donald Trump and fascism coming into the country and controlling us and dictating how we're going to live our lives, when here we are. Here we are in 2021, where a Democrat president is up there rationalizing medical tyranny and everyone applauds it. We're all okay with it. There's a lot of mentally ill people, man. The deception is insane. Oh, well, millions of people are bowing the knee to the federal government. They're bowing the knee to our vaccine mandates. They're bowing the knee. If it was such a bad thing, why are millions of people doing it? It's crazy. And intellectual midgets with low IQs, they hear that and say, oh, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. If the majority is doing it, the minority must be wrong, even though the minority is saying, my body, my choice. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. It's interesting to watch this. Imagine being a 9/11 first responder survivor, right? Imagine being in New York listening to this. I've talked to them. I've spoken with people in New York that survived the terrorist attack on 9/11 in New York, the Twin Towers coming down, okay? Whatever the origin is that you believe, I believe. I don't know if I could say this on YouTube, but I have an unorthodox official narrative belief about 9/11, okay? Regardless, people died. That's the point I'm trying to make right now. People died, they were affected, and in 9/11, you have first responders right now in New York, okay, that are being put out on the street. There's firefighters, medical healthcare professionals, police officers that are resisting the mandates, that survived 9/11, that were hailed as heroes, that are now being put out on the street. Republican or Democrat, how the hell is that acceptable? Joe Biden doesn't bring that up. Joe Biden doesn't give a damn. Joe Biden doesn't talk about this. He doesn't even bring those people up. Why? Because they're expendable and he does not care. These people talk about you like you're a number. That's all you are. All you are is a number and a percentage to these politicians. It happens on the right too with Republicans. But right now we're talking about Brandon. These people, all they view you as and they talk about you as is a freaking number on a piece of paper. And all they do is care about you anytime election season is coming around, whether it's the midterms or whether it's the presidential election. Brandon will start to pander. These people do not care. How can people in this country that watched what happened with 9/11, okay, look at the medical healthcare professionals or look at the emergency responders in New York and say, oh, well, sorry, you don't want to comply to the federal government. You don't want to comply with the mandate. Yeah, thank you, but bye. It's a disgrace. If you guys agree with that, drop a 1 in the comment section below. It is a disgrace. It's literally a disgrace that this is happening, guys. I've talked to these people in New York that are brokenhearted, that survived 9/11, first responders, emergency responders, that are now losing their entire careers over Biden's authoritarian medical mandates. Why don't they talk about that at Brandon's town hall? Oh, you want to know why? Because they don't want anybody on the left that they control thinking about that. Why does Drew Hernandez get censored and throttled on YouTube? Because they don't want anybody on their side to wake up to this stuff. Republican or Democrat, that is a disgrace. Disgrace. If Donald Trump did the very same thing, I would be sitting here saying the exact same thing, because this is an un-American movement, power grab that's taking place in this country, and even to the point of putting 9/11 first responders out on the street. It's a disgrace. It's truly a disgrace. To me, that's non-political. I don't care. To me, that is just sad. That's just sad. We're just numbers on a page. We're percentages. That's all these people view us as. Well, anyways, let's move a little bit forward. So Brandon was then asked about the southern border. Now, we all know that the southern border is a disaster. Millions of people have flooded in this country. It's not in the hundreds of thousands, guys. You talk to Border Patrol agents, they say the same thing. Like, those are the people we know about. The ones we see and we interact with. And there's hundreds of thousands of people that are just flooding over the southern border without even being documented, recorded, illegally recorded, okay? This has been happening since Biden took office. We've been talking about this since January. And all of a sudden, Fox News decided to finally report. You know what I mean? Like, it was nothing new to me, especially for my followers. You're seeing all these videos of caravans flooding the southern border, buses, busing them in, taking them to airports, flying them around the United States. Dude, I've been talking about this way before Fox decided to finally start covering it. But what do I know? Anyways, so Biden was asked about the southern border and the disaster, the humanitarian disaster that's taking place. It's a strategic border crisis, by the way. Biden was asked about it. I mean, Brandon was asked about it, and Brandon's response, this is just like, you have to be stupid, a very stupid person to watch this and be like, yeah, oh yeah, that guy's got it under control. That's a great president right there. Absolutely not. It's a joke. Well, take a look.
Do you have plans to visit the southern border?
I've been there before, and I haven't. I mean, I know it well. I guess I should go down, but the whole point of it is I haven't had a whole hell of a lot of time to get down. I've been spending time going around looking at the $900 billion worth of damage done by hurricanes and floods and weather and traveling around the world. But I plan on, now my wife Jill has been down. She's been on both sides of the river. She's seen the circumstances there. She's looked into those places. You notice you're not seeing a lot of pictures of kids lying on top of one another with I
don't know about you guys, but anytime I hear Brandon say pictures with children on top of one another, makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Looks like tarps on top of them. We've been able to deal that. We've been able to significantly increase funding through the HHS, Health and Human Services, to provide shelter for these kids and people. But there's much more to be done. And I realize, I think it's the thing that concerns me the most about being able to get control of it.
This is like, bro, am I watching SNL? Like, am I watching SNL? Like, I feel like I'm watching an SNL skit that's ripping on Joe Biden. No joke. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, I'm literally watching an SNL skit about Brandon. And it's supposed to be funny because it's so bad. But this is real. This is reality. This is the puppet POTUS right now in this country. Okay? Like, how do you make fun of this? Like, how could SNL even make this even more worse or funnier? All you got to do is actually watch the guy at a real town hall. It is an absolute joke. It's a joke. Look at this. I want to just address a couple things. Is he makes it very clear that I guess I should go. Well, you think, sir? You're kind of like the president. And there's literally millions of people flooding through the country that you're in the highest office of the land of. You think you should go down there and maybe address it? Oh, I guess I should. I know it well. Biden makes it very clear. So listen to what he said at the end. His main concern is that we actually get control of it. If you're you're so concerned, Brandon, that you're not willing to go down there, address it, and do anything about it. You're that concerned, right, Brandon? Oh, okay, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go do this. Come on, man. You know why? It's all BS. It's lies. That's why I said you got to be a stupid, low IQ person to hear this and be like, oh, yeah, Brandon's got it covered, bro. Just give me another booster. F the border, man. F the border. Let all the Mexicans in, bro. Let them in. Let all the blacks in. They just want to live. They just want to live, bro. Just give me another booster. Just give me another booster, man. That's all you. That's the type of people that like watch this stuff. When Biden literally admits he knows he should go down there, it's like, oh, you think, sir? You're kind of like the president. You think you should go down there, sir? I don't know. Millions of people are asking, what the hell are you gonna do? You put down a border czar. Your freaking vice president. She's done a swell job, by the way. Kamala's got it under control. You ask any Border Patrol agent down there if this administration has it under control, what do they all say? No. It is a mess. It's an embarrassment. to the United States of America. But that's what they want. They want to import millions of people. I've talked about this over and over and over and over again, and that's exactly why they don't do anything. He knows he should go down, but he doesn't. And I'm speaking to the lefties that listen to me right now. He knows he should go down, but he doesn't. Why? Why? When you got cartels making millions of dollars a day off of human trafficking operations, drugs, guns, you name it. Every day, every single day. But Biden's not going to go down there. He knows he should. Well, I guess I should. I know I should. And he also admits what's going down there. Yeah, I know it well. I know the southern border. Oh, really? This is why I've always said, I even say it on live TV, I know Brandon is an idiot. I know he's a buffoon and that Brandon doesn't remember anything. But I do know that Brandon knows what's going down at the southern border with the cartels, the human trafficking, the sex trafficking, the women being raped, the guns trafficking, the drug trafficking, the fentanyl coming over the United States southern border, especially in Arizona, as well as Texas, destroying young Americans' lives, by the way. That doesn't get talked about. Biden knows. He knows what's going down. He knows, but he doesn't give a damn. He's not going to address it. Why? Because they are willing to import millions of desperate foreign people into this country for the sake of votes for the future of the Democrat Party. That is the agenda. Why do you think they're pushing the voter rights for these people to be able to vote? And in the process, they don't care if women get raped. They don't care if kids get kidnapped. They don't care because whoever is going to survive and make it over here, oh, that's the future of the Democrat Party. It's a disgrace. It's literally a disgrace. And he knows. He's fully aware. And he knows what's going on. He claims he has no time. Oh, I just haven't had enough time. Brandon says, oh, I've been so busy. Man, monitoring the hundreds of millions of dollars of damage that's happened with hurricanes, and I'm just so busy. It's like, dude, this is the same guy that stages photo ops of him riding his bicycle. This is the same guy that stages photo ops eating ice cream at a freaking ice cream shop in America. What do you mean you don't have any time? You don't have time to address, as the puppet president of the United States of America, you don't have time to go address one of the most serious issues taking place in this country? No time. No time, right? Like I said, you have to be stupid, a mindless, low IQ moron to sit here and believe, I don't even know if we can call them words, the sounds that are coming out of this man's mouth. Brandon, man. My boy Brandon, doing a great job, bro. Proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. Don't you guys think it's just ridiculous? I mean, we live in the era. Listen, I'm not against women's rights. I'm not. Okay? But we live in an era with like third, fourth, fifth wave feminism where women this, women want to be men, women want to be treated like men, which is crazy, by the way, because you hear some of these hyper feminists say, we want to be men. We want to be equal to men. But if a man turns around and punches you in the face, I'm a woman. How dare you hit a lady? Don't hit a girl. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, so we live in this era, right, with hyper-feminism and women want to be men, and okay, that's happening in the universities, and some of it doesn't make sense, but anyways, isn't it crazy how the puppet president of the United States, in one of the most serious issues, a literal invasion of the southern border, millions of people, cartel operations, back and forth, all day, back and forth, back and forth. Isn't it crazy that the male puppet president of the United States is such a coward that he doesn't go down to the southern border, but he said he sent his wife down there? I mean, it's just like, okay. He's like, yeah, I know what's going down there. I know it well. There's cartels down there. There's literally shootouts between ranchers and cartels. So that happens. People are being kidnapped. Kids are being raped. Women are being raped. Cartels are making millions of dollars a day. But you know what? I can't go down there because I have no time, but I'm going to send my wife. Okay, Brandon. Oh, my goodness. What a joke. What a joke. It's just like crazy, bro. It's like so crazy. I don't know if any of you have been down to the southern border, but it is violent down there. Okay, the cartels are down there. You have people coming from foreign countries. Kids are getting raped. Women are getting raped. There's kidnaps. There's like all kinds of hostile stuff taking place down there. And it's like this puppet president isn't willing to go down there, but he's going to send his poor wife down there. Oh, Jill. Jill, can you go down to the southern border? Huh? Oh, dude. This guy. Can't. I just can't, dude. I can't. Well, here's one of the most concerning parts. Okay? Here's one of the most concerning parts of this town hall. And it's listening to Brandon just stumble over his words. He sounds like an idiot. He's just not able to put a sentence together. I don't even think he knows where he is. Looks like he's crapping his pants. It's bad. It's bad watching this stuff. He's disgracing emergency responders, rationalizing medical tyranny. But I think one of the most concerning statements last night that I'm going to play for you guys is listening to the puppet president, Brandon, literally publicly say, publicly mock freedom. This is strange. Okay? I don't know what to make of this. I don't know if it's because he's a senile old man, he's losing his mind, or he's just a globalist psychopath, sociopath. I don't know. But I never thought in my lifetime I would see the day to see someone holding the position of the president of the United States mocking freedom. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Take a look.
I mean, so the idea is that, look, the two things that concern me, one are those who just try to make this a political issue. Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you with my COVID. No, I mean, come on, freedom. Number one. Number two, the second one is that, the gross misinformation that's out there.
For those of you that missed it, I'm going to play it one more time.
I mean, so the idea is that, look, the two things that concern me, one are those who just try to make this a political issue. Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you with my COVID. No, I mean, come on, freedom.
Oh, good God, Brandon.
Number one. Number two, the second one is that, the gross misinformation that's out there.
Brandon is concerned with freedom? Wow. This is a new one. Brandon is concerned with freedom. We have a puppet president, okay, that is publicly stating to the American people that he is concerned with freedom. But he spins it, right? He spins it because all of the hive mind lemmings in the room, they're just, it's like, this isn't funny. Like, you have the leader of the free world here literally mocking freedom. Let me say that again. You have the installed leader of the free world here mocking freedom. You have the installed leader of the free world here mocking freedom. Since when did freedom become political? What? This is why I said he's either a senile old man or just some authoritarian globalist sociopath, psychopath. Since when did freedom become political? Isn't that kind of what this country was founded on? It's like, freedom, isn't that like universal? Freedom isn't even a exclusive American thing. Freedom is universal. People around the world want freedom. People come to this country for what? Two things. Freedom and prosperity. Freedom and prosperity. Freedom's right there at the top of the list. It's crazy. It's crazy to me to see the installed leader of the free world publicly mocking freedom to the American people. And then you hear all the lemmings, yeah, yeah, bro. Just give me my 6th booster, Brandon. Give me my 6th booster. That's all I care about. It's freaking virtue signaler velociraptors in the freaking, you know what I mean? It's just like, it blows my mind to see this, dude. Like, we are at this place. This is very concerning, okay? Freedom is not red. Freedom is not blue. Freedom is not Republican, and freedom is not Democrat. The only time freedom becomes truly politicized is when a political movement, listen to me, okay, is when a political movement seeks to threaten the freedoms of a society. This is all in my head, okay? To threaten the freedoms of a society in order to get them to bow the knee or to comply. That's when freedom becomes politicized. Biden has it backwards. It's backwards. It's not politicizing freedom to say, I want freedom. It's politicizing freedom when you take people's freedoms and you hang it over their heads, threatening them that you're going to take them away in order to get them to comply with what you want. That's kind of fascist. That's very totalitarian. It's very authoritarian. It's backwards. Biden has it backwards. He lives in the upside down. Everything that's up is down, and everything that's down is up. Right is left, left is right. Nothing makes sense right now. Wrong is good, and good is wrong. And I think, honestly, Brandon, like, is the personification of just that right now. Just mindless, reprobate, degenerate, doesn't make any sense, doesn't think for himself. Brandon is, as the installed leader of the free world, mocking freedom to the American people. Oh, yeah, but he spins it and he tries to mock it. Oh, you have the freedom to kill someone with your COVID? What? These people don't deal with facts. They don't deal with science. They don't deal with anything like that. They don't care about antibodies. They don't care about any of that. Nothing of that. It's just their narrative, the clean and the unclean. That's how these people are going with their narrative. And by the way, the unifier in chief, am I right? Oh, what did we hear when Biden was installed in January at his inauguration? Oh, all the messianic rhetoric. Remember that? Remember all that messianic rhetoric? You heard Chris Wallace on the news saying, Biden is going to be the unifier of this country. Biden is going to heal the divide. He is going to be the healer. Right now, we are divided. He's going to bring us together because now is the time for us to come together and allow our wounds to heal. Remember all that garbage? Remember, Biden. Remember Brandon? Brandon was like, I don't see. Yeah, we know you don't see. Open your eyes, sir. Sir, open your eyes. Oh, okay. Yes. I don't see red states. I don't see blue states. I see the United States of America. Yeah, this divisive rhetoric, throwing all that out the window, is all lies. It's all theatrics. That's all it is. Theater. It's theater. Which, did you know the Greek word for hypocrite is actually an actor under an assumed role? That's actually what a hypocrite is. It's an act. You're putting on an act to portray something that you're not. That's actually the biblical definition of a hypocrite. So when you ever see that, it's like these people are putting on an act. Oh, Biden is the healer, the great unifier. And then here's Biden straight up mocking anybody that wants their own bodily autonomy. Putting words in their mouth. That's what he's doing. He's putting words in your mouth, America. If you don't want to be vaccinated against your will without having your entire livelihood threatened, Brandon is now coming out and saying, oh, the reason why you are wanting your own freedom is not because you want to keep your own body safe from anything and you actually care about your own medical health. It's because you want to use your COVID to kill somebody. You see how these people do this? Is that unifying? is that a unifying message? Or is that kind of like making enemies between people? Like you're literally, it's always fear. Like I was saying last night, fear. Oh, the unvaccinated all those people out there that are wanting their own freedom, their own bodily autonomy, they're doing that because they want to use their COVID to kill you. Wow. The unifier in chief, am I right? Brandon, man, my boy Brandon. Freedom is not political. It's just not political. Unless the authoritarian psychopaths are going to take your freedoms and threaten them in order for them to get you to comply with what they want. Biden has it backwards. Why? I'm being serious, man. Brandon has it backwards. It's either Brandon is a senile old man and has no idea what's going on, or Brandon is a globalist authoritarian sociopath. It might be both. What do you guys think? Is it either A, B, or C, both? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys. Well, if you guys loved this episode tonight, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to do some super chats right now before we end the show. So it's really hard for us to monetize here on YouTube. We have over 55,000 subscribers and YouTube screws with our engagement. So if you're new to the channel, want to let you know that the way that you can support me is either through a super chat. We do some Q&A at the end of every single show, or you guys can give a one-time donation through Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. The link is in the description below. And when you do give a donation, you could write a little memo, and I like to read it as a super chat as well. Go cop a t-shirt or join the DH Alliance for as low as $5 a month on the membership section of this channel. But if you got to tune out right now because you got somewhere to go, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and toggle on the all selection. And hey, copy the link to this video and get it out there. Post it on your Twitter, your Getter, your Facebook, your Gab, wherever a link can be posted. I truly appreciate you guys. All right, we got some stuff coming in. So if you guys would like to support me and support the channel, just drop a super chat below, or like I said, on Venmo and Cash App. Okay, we have one from Deborah Cannett. Debbie is a frequent supporter of mine on PayPal. Thank you so much, Debbie, with the $100 donation. Debbie, thank you so much for the support. Everybody say thank you to Debbie in the chat. Truly appreciate it, Debbie. Thank you. And Debbie says, I want to read this loud and clear. There it is. Debbie says, thank you, Drew. I am not sure our country will survive. F. Joe Biden. Thanks for your reporting, Debbie Cannett. Debbie is on point. On point. I don't like to sound black-pilled all the time, but I think Debbie does have a point. I think she does. In terms of the economy, with the inflation that's coming and the damage that this administration is going to do even further, is that going to set whoever is the president up next for a depression? I think if we don't have, listen, the destruction of a society is going to first take place when its morals are crucified and thrown into the drain. When we don't have a sense of right or wrong anymore, when we don't have a sense of good or bad any longer, and anything goes, there's not going to be any more law and order. And so now that we're seeing this in the United States, where people have seared their consciences, people have thrown morality out the window, people don't see good, bad, right, wrong any longer, that is going to lead to a destructive society, just by default. Especially when a society has been convinced that there's no such thing as absolute truth. And we've seen this in the universities. We've seen this with the millennial generation, where they believe all this relative thought, where there isn't absolute truth. There's multiple interpretations of truth, according to these people, and you could believe whatever you want reality to be is true. And no one can argue with you. When you mix that with a society that has no absolutes of right or wrong, that society's not going to last. The moral decay will be the death of that country, of that state, of that town, of that village, wherever humans occupy. That's just the, you can make the argument that's the cultural aspect of the destruction of a society, but also the economic destruction of a society. Right now, where big government is now making its move with trillions of dollars of spending, they're utilizing COVID even till right now to roll out big spending bills where the country is already trillions of dollars. That's a lot of money. I don't think people could wrap their minds around that. When the country is already in trillions of dollars of debt, it's not a good idea to start passing more gigantic bills of trillions of dollars of debt. Do you think this comes out of the politicians' paychecks? No. Where does their paycheck come from? It comes from you. So when they push these bills forward with trillions of dollars and these Democrats want this big spending, where does the money come from? It comes from you. So you're paying for these $1 trillion packages that they're pushing forward, and you're paying for their paychecks. It's crazy. It's truly crazy. But alrighty, guys, thank you guys so much, man. I truly appreciate it. I mean, and you really got to ask yourself, you know, I truly think Brandon is a symptom of where the United States of America is currently right now. It's a perfect example. He personifies it, because you take a look at how it's, you know, when a society is reprobate, depraved, the society has no ability to even discern, that means to think any longer, with no code of morality, searing the conscience. There's no code of honor or truth. There's no absolute truth. People just believe what they want to believe. I think Brandon is personifying this, because you look at the guy and he cannot create a coherent sentence. He doesn't know where he's at. There seems to be like no truth in this individual. There seems to be no understanding of what is truly taking place in the country. And a lot of people, they just think that these people have their best interest in mind. That's what I don't understand. What I don't understand is, how did we get to this place? Listen, even if you're a Democrat or a liberal, dude, you do you, all right? You live your own life. But how did my generation, like, even like boomers, dude, and like Gen X, right? Because like boomers, like, came out of that generation of, you know, that 1960s, 70s, like hippies, like revolution, fighting against the man, like we were against the Vietnam War. The government is not our friend, right? Like a lot of boomers came out of that. They found faith in Jesus, but that spirit just, because I've talked to a lot of boomers, and that spirit of just like trusting the government has never been like a popular thing. Even growing up with Gen X and my parents, and growing up in the millennial generation, where it's like, yeah, we don't trust the government. Like I don't trust Republicans or Democrats. That's how I grew up. Like I'm never gonna come to a place where I actually believe that this politician really cares about me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't even Trump, you know what I mean? Like I'm just giving my own opinion here. What I'm trying to say is, it's just crazy to me that this generation has come to a place in America, in American history. I don't think we've seen this in American history. Where did we get to a place in American history where the heavy majority of the society, or half of the society, right? When you split the electoral, right? Is so trusting into the government. It has so much faith. Like believing that people like AOC care about you, believing that people like Leon Omar care about you, believing like people like, even like Mitch McConnell in the Republican Party, like believing that these politicians care about you. Because I'll tell you one thing, these politicians care more about their bank accounts and their pockets and their power and the longevity of their power more than they give a damn about you or your family. I can tell you that right now, okay? And it's sad. It's sad. I just think it's interesting, and I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. But I am going to roll out tonight, guys. Thank you so much, Debbie, for the donation tonight and driving the conversation. For those of you that are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell notification and toggle on the all selection. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're watching for the first time or you just subbed over from You Are Here or Slightly Offensive in my appearance this past week, guys, this channel gets throttled. So thank you so much for tuning in, but always remember to check in that you're still subbed, and always make sure to check in whenever I go live. I do my best to go live at least 3 times a week at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you got to check in every now and then. I get messages all the time from people saying, hey, dude, I was just unsubbed. I thought I didn't even realize, like, months later. So just want to put that out there, guys. So thank you so much. Make sure to share this video far and wide wherever you can post a video right now. Thank you guys very much. Please do that. And also, guys, like I said, smash that like button, destroy that like button. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I will see you Monday. Yes, I will see you guys Monday at the same time. Appreciate all the support, guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And until next time, America, stay free.